Hello, and welcome back to Beyond Emotions. Today, we're unpacking a story of 7 years of covert abuse, financial exploitation, and a revenge scheme that served up the coldest dish of karma imaginable. This is Elara's story of surviving Victor, a man who saw his girlfriend not as a partner, but as a Roomba that also pays rent. Victor and Elara had been together for 3 years, but the last year was pure psychological warfare. Victor was a master of narcissistic projection. He was the one cheating, so he constantly accused Elara of being unfaithful. He'd question her every minute, accusing her of flirting with everyone from coworkers to delivery drivers. And when she tried to defend herself, he'd tell her she was overreacting and that guilty people get defensive. He was twisting reality to cover his own tracks. The truth, as it often does, came out thanks to Elara's best friend, Samira. She did some digging and found Victor's active dating profile. The private messages were vile. He was telling other women he was single, trying to get rid of his psycho ex, meaning Elara. But the most telling message of all was his confession about why he stayed with her. He wrote, "She pays half the rent and does all the cooking and cleaning. Why give that up until I find something better?" He was using her for pure utility. He was funding his dating life with other women using the very rent money Elara was paying. He saw her as an appliance, not a partner. But instead of breaking down, Elara went cold. She became calculated. With Samira by her side, they brought in a secret weapon, Elara's stunning cousin Kira, who happened to look a lot like her. The plan was simple but brilliant. Kira would meet Victor, date him, get him completely hooked, and drain his finances. Victor's ego was so massive, so focused on his self-created image of a faithful victim, that he didn't even notice the resemblance to the hideous creature he claimed he was living with. He became absolutely obsessed with Kira. He started spending thousands on expensive dinners, designer jewelry, and romantic weekend getaways. And the irony? Kira would promptly hand every single gift over to Elara. Elara even started carrying the designer bags on her own dates with Victor, right under his nose. He was selling his prized possessions, draining his savings, and all the while telling Elara they needed to tighten their belts for their future, a future he was secretly funding with his deception. The abuse peaked when Victor had the ultimate audacity. He got down on one knee with a tiny, pathetic engagement ring. He proposed to secure his Roomba for the long term, while actively planning an extravagant Bora Bora trip with Kira. But the final insult, the one that triggered the final act, was when he confessed he was broke. He asked Elara to take out a $15,000 personal loan in her name to consolidate the debts he had accrued while trying to impress her cousin. He wanted her to go into debt for his own cheating. That was the last straw. Operation Complete Destruction was a go. Victor left for work on a Friday morning believing he was about to meet Kira at the airport for his $17,000 tropical getaway. He had no idea what was coming. While he was gone, Elara and Samira had already emptied the apartment of all her belongings, changed the locks, and secured Elara's new, Victor-free life. At the airport check-in counter, his phone buzzed. It was his final message, a smiling selfie of Elara, Kira, and Samira together. And beneath it, the ultimate closing line from Kira. "Surprise, asshole. Hope you enjoy your $17,000 vacation for one. Your girlfriend knows everything." Victor was left completely alone, financially ruined, and emotionally shattered. His flights and his hotel were non-refundable. His debts remained. Elara, meanwhile, was thriving. She was free, surrounded by her real friends, wearing designer clothes he had paid for, and planning a real vacation with the people who truly loved her. Elara's story is a powerful lesson in recognizing that convenience is not love. This brings us to our focus today. Stop trying to prove your worth to someone who refuses to see it. When a partner consistently questions your character or gaslights your reality, stop trying to change their mind. They are not worth your effort. Use that energy to plan your escape. And remember this: an abuser's accusations are almost always their confession. A partner who constantly accuses you of cheating is usually the cheater. A partner who calls you too emotional or crazy is trying to manipulate your perception of reality so you don't discover theirs. Finally, your utility is not your value. If a partner only values you for what you do for them, paying bills, cleaning, cooking, or providing emotional support, you are a convenience, not a companion. Victor didn't lose a partner. He lost free labor and a source of income, and that distinction is everything. If this story resonates with you, please know that you are not alone, and there is help available. Like this video if you recognize the devastating power of narcissistic projection, and subscribe to Beyond Emotions for more deep dives into relationship psychology and personal empowerment. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What was the most outrageous lie Victor told in this story? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.